go! Okay, calm yourself down. We'll look at it in the debrief later, but right now I want you to go and get those places back. Come on, let's go. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Gap to your teammate behind is 6.9 seconds. Gap to the car in front is 3.9 seconds. And some information on Leclerc. Okay, they're out of this race. Okay, the gap behind is 3.1 seconds. Okay, clear. Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, gap ahead is 2.2 seconds. And that's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
So it's been a day of drama here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve today. But Ant, what stood out for you?
Well, it must be the Connor Sport moment between the two drivers there. Banging wheels, not giving each other room on track. It was entertaining, of course, but definitely for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, we enjoyed it, certainly. And Aiden Jackson, well, he'd have enjoyed the result. He did well to recover.
He did do well to recover, but, you know, you never want to see two cars, if you're the team boss, seeing two cars hit each other. It's rule number one. Don't hit your teammate.
Given all the problems they've had this season, though, getting one car over the finish line, that's probably a big result for them today. And here we are, a team that is...
Aiden, just a heads up, we're putting the debrief back by 30 minutes.
Okay, thanks for letting me know.
Listen, while I've got you on, what happened out there today?
It wasn't my fault. Devon thinks he's the only one driving.
I don't want to dwell on it too much at the meeting, but this is not how we run a team. You know this.
Of course. It's just...
No, We have enough problems as it is. Whatever has gone on between you two in the past, I need you to put it to bed.
Sure.
I don't want to have to talk to you like this, Aiden, and I'll be saying the same to Devon. Come on now.
Sure.
See you at the debrief.
Hey there, can you raise that lamp about 6 inches, right? Excellent. A butler should always look sharp. So,
at what point in the 22 season was it clear to you that the team was struggling?
well, right after the Hungarian GP. I may only be the money, but even to me it was obvious. The whole thing was a shambles.
Yet again, Connor Sports Jackson and Butler battling it out on track. It seems as
Hang
if
on
they...
2 seconds, Nat.
Okay, Devon, Aiden's lapping faster than you. I need you to let him pass, please. Devon, do you copy? Listen to me, I need you to let Aiden pass now.
Butler just completely blanking the order there. Seems like he didn't even acknowledge it.
Too true, but as you can see, no way through for Jackson. No way at all. This Connor Sport rivalry is getting heated on the track here in Hungary.
Oh, come on, this is a joke! Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. And gap to the car in front is 1.5 seconds. Okay, you're in the top 10. Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining. And the gap behind us is 1.5 seconds. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 6.6 seconds. Good pace, you're catching the car in front by about a second a lap. We've only got 2 laps of fuel left. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap. We're leading the car behind by 5.1 seconds. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
else out there deserves a mention today?
Well, I feel like there are a couple, but let's start with Aiden Jackson.
Couldn't agree more. Jackson had a brilliant race, didn't he?
Yeah, we know Connor Sport have struggled all season. Jackson's done really well today, and that's in spite of the problems with his own teammate.
Even before they became teammates, these two had their fair share of run-ins. It's a fascinating rivalry. You can't take your eyes off it for one moment. But nonetheless, some much-needed points today for Connor Sport. Red Bull put up an outstanding fight for the front position today, and it's great to see it paid off for them. They do so much for the sport that you can't help but be delighted by today's race win.
Well, a good race out there again today, Aidan, but what we do all want to know, what exactly happened with Devon? It sounded like he completely ignored a direct team order.
Yeah, what do you expect? It's Devon. He was out of order out there. He really needs to rein it in. He's not the only one driving. I'm sure the team will have a lot to say about it.
Well, he did certainly seem to cause you some trouble out there today. And after that, and what happened in Canada, what would you say to those wondering if the old Jackson-Butler rivalry is well and truly back?
No, that's in the past, definitely. We're in the same team now. That's what matters. If there's anything that happens between me and Devon on track, it's because we're so focused on making Connorsport a success. We're bound to tread on each other's toes from time to time.
So issues with Devon aside, how do you feel it went out there today? Do you think the team will be pleased with your performance?
Could I have pushed it harder? Probably. It was a good enough result, but, you know, with the past issues of the car, I feel maybe we held back a little bit. I'll definitely be putting in the work for the next race weekend, for sure.
So, you mentioned the car there. In that regard, Connorsport's not had the easiest of times so far this season. Has that all been sorted? Are those reliability concerns well and truly behind you?
I hope so. I mean, today was good, yeah. There was no issues with the car. It's always difficult when a driver brings everything they've got and the car lets them down at the last minute. But, you know, I've been told the team has got it all under control, so yeah, we'll see what happens in the next few races.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, I'll leave that in your capable hands. Devon, you had a problem with a team order today?
Didn't happen.
What?
Look, I know everyone's saying I ignored it, but it didn't happen. I never got the order. Check the comms.
Shoddy workman always blames his tools, eh?
Check the comms.
Okay, we checked the communication pipeline. Fix it. This cannot happen again.
Typical.
Aiden, listen.
What's the point?
It's just Devon being Devon.
And what? That makes it okay? He's an arrogant...
No, you're right to call him out. But imagine if we didn't give him certain freedoms. He'd be even harder to manage. As his father, I know. Aiden, you're the best driver that we have. And it's right for you to put Devon in his place. He needs it. The team needs it.
Thanks. Between you and me, I don't think this team is right for me. I think...
Honestly, we don't deserve you. And I know that you're being discussed at other teams, so just keep doing what you're doing.
Sure. I'm sorry if I've spoken out of turn. About Devon.
Not at all. You know the best way to keep keep Devon in his place.
What's that?
Beat him.
Could you take a look at this, please?
Davidoff.
So, I had a word with Aiden.
And?
Nothing to worry about. Don't think there'll be any more problems.
What did you say?
Doesn't matter. We level with each other. Just leave Aiden to me from now on.
And, what about Devon?
What about Devon?
We both know it wasn't the comms, right?
Andrea, listen. Devon may push his luck from time to time, but I won't have his integrity questioned. If he says it was the comms, then you know what to do. Yes?
Right. Sure. I'll have them checked again.
See that you do.
Hey, we need your input on this one.
So what about Callie Mayer? Was she on your radar at this point?
Of course. She was making big waves in F2. And Ackerman would not shut up about her.
Here's our race leader, Callie Mayer. She has been blisteringly fast around Zandvoort here today.
And look at that! She's going into pit!
Interesting strategy they've decided on there. She has been lapping at rapid pace, but is this the right call?
Yeah, it's a bold move, for sure. Looks crazy to me, but let's find out.
Here she goes then, on brand new tyres. The rest of the field still sticking with their original set. Where exactly does Callie Mayer come out? Let's see.
Okay, Callie, let's go. We're going to leave it to you. You know what to do. Come on.
Copy that. I'm on it.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, that puts you in 5th, P5. This is great. You're catching the car ahead very quickly now. Keep it up. Nice work, mate. That brings you up a place. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 38.5 seconds. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Callie Mayer, take a bow. What a masterclass to finish first here in the Netherlands. It was such an unlikely strategy from Mayer, but she and the team have made a success of it. What a race, what a performance, what a genuine joy to watch.
It's the part we've all been waiting for, the podium finish, and it's probably one of the more unexpected finishes in a while. Trident take the victory, and Trident have made huge strides within F2 recently, and today proves that they're not only still in the race, but they're in it to...
Callie, what do you put your success down to this season?
Oh, I'd say probably my speed.
In what way?
I find lapping faster than everyone else really, really helps. Casper.
No.
Seriously though, I have a great team around me, and this guy, more than anyone else, has been pretty useful to have around. Casper, what are you shy? Come up here.
Yes, okay. And Callie says you've been a factor this season, Casper.
I'm not the one driving.
Didn't agree with my tyre strategy though.
This one has no respect for her elders.
But can you give us more detail as to the exact role that you're playing, Casper?
None whatsoever. It's all about her.
He's probably right, to be fair.
So, were you already in touch with Casper Ackerman at that point?
Ackerman and I go way back.
Let me guess, you saw the race, couldn't be prouder, and everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Well, that saved me a few minutes. Guess I'll speak to you later then.
How are you, Mum?
Oh, I couldn't be prouder, Cal. That was one hell of a race. Everyone in the office wouldn't stop screaming.
Shut up.
Honestly, the way you're driving, I think we're going to have to change your name.
What's he this time?
Callie Winner. You've got this in the bag, Cal.
Oh, okay. That That is the kind of award-winning journalism that we really do need right now, but one race at a time, okay?
That sounds like Casper talking. Is he looking after you?
Yeah, always. Actually, I've got a meeting with him that I'm running a bit late for, so I've got to dash. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, sweetheart. Call me tonight and well done.
Yeah.